Hello guys, it's Frida, and today's episode will be dedicated to a step-by-step tutorial on how to make a bow shoulder bag. I done so professionally just for fun, but the bag turned out top-notch and I just wanna share it with you. The video will be divided into 3 parts, just like the sewing process of the bag: forming the bow, forming the handle, and the main bag. Materials needed: fabric I ordered from AliExpress, link in the description, elastic band or ribbing, thread matching the fabric color, zipper for the inner bag, standard equipment like needles and sewing machine. So nothing unusual. Let's get started! Talking about the conception, I want this bow bag to cover my hips, so it needs to be bigger than me. To measure the size, I took 2 A4 lists, and I think it would be nice if its size would be something like this. Also, I need to notice that both parts are different here. The first side consists of the net, and I don't want my bag to be this as a front, and this part is much nicer for me, so I will use this one as the cover. The fabric is quite thin, and one layer will not be enough for the bow and other objects to look and feel dense. Therefore, we will be using multiple layers in our work. So it contains 4 layers, and we will put the size of this bow bag here. We will cut here and pin it in the middle. And also we will attach it to the small bag, which would be on the back side of this bow bag. Cut out 4 identical rectangles. Place the cut pieces on top of each other so that the 2 top ones are facing upside down and the 2 bottom ones are facing downside up. Leave a small unsewn piece and sew along each edge. The hole will allow you to turn the bag inside out after stitching the layers together on the inside. This is what the press-you stitches look like. You can also just pin the layers. Now we need to sew it with the sewing machine, leaving a couple of centimeters on the edges. Remember, we sew from the inside. My result after using a sewing machine: here is that same hole unsewn, through which we will now just turn the bag to the right side out. The next step is to define the length of the strap. As I want the bow bag to cover my hips, I think the size, like on this example, is alright, because the bag will go up, then down, then also up, so it will cover my hips well. But I will take a couple of centimeters more. So the next step is to cover this tray. I've made 2 layers here and lay out this tray just on these 2 layers. Also, we need to leave a couple of centimeters from both sides, the left and the right one, so as we will sew these parts together, and we need these centimeters for this. I will attach it to the layer like this, and then we will use the sewing machine. After joining the ribbing to the fabric, I cut this fabric from the main cloth. And then we need to cut the band here, like this. Now we are ready to sew 2 red layers next to the ribbing on a sewing machine.
This bag looks exactly like the pillow right now. And after sewing both layers together, like this, you see, the strap we don't need to sew. We cut down extra centimeter from both parts, from the right side and from the left side. So it now looks like this.
Sew the ribbing from the inside on both sides to stabilize it. And turn the strap to the right side out, then iron it. Shape a ball from a rectangle. To do this, sew the same ribbing, similar to the one used in the strap, onto the back side in a straight side. It will help with shaping and creating beautiful folds in the middle of the ball. Sew it on the front back side, but cover it with a stripe on top. It needs to be sewn separately, similar to how we sewed the strap. Now mark the center, stretch the ribbing to the maximum and pin it at the edges. You can hand sew it, then sew to the center of the sewing machine. This is how the ribbon looks like on the back, which needs to be covered with the stripe similar to the strap over the shoulder.
Now we need to measure the size of the bag, which will be located just besides this bowl. I think that the size of this almost A4 list could be alright. So as my phone, my money and something small could fit here. We will make this bag out of the same texture, and also we will cover the stripe in the middle of the bag by covering it with the same stripe which we did as the stripe to wear.
Good morning! Last night we stopped at approximately joining all the parts together for the inner bag. So bowl isn't the bag. The inner bag is the place where all the stuff will be packed. So our next steps are: we need to understand is this shoulder strap length is okay for us, because after we sew everything in the single hole, like the zipper, layers and the part of the shoulder straps, it will be almost impossible to resew it. So we need now to try this back on and then to sew everything in a single hole. Let's go! Let's see how to make the bag. Take the zipper. Ours is long because we didn't know the size of the bag. Then sew it here to the outer half of the bag and also attach a lining to the zipper on the other side. Also insert handles. They need to be sewn twice. Insert a stripe in the middle to cover the seam from the ribbing. Here will be the lining of the bag. This is the front side handle. Similarly on the other side. Sew front and back layers. the result after using the sewing machine. Now we hand sew or pin the layers from the inside as we did for the ball, leaving a hole in one place for turning to the right side out and sew them. Well, this is the result after sewing machine. Yeah, you can see like this from almost all of parts. You should leave one part like this so as you could make your bag inside out, because this is the front part, this is the inside part. Also we cut it extra things from edges, and we are ready to making it inside out and making the final stages. So this unsewn part will be inside the bag. This will be the part where this ball will go like this inside, and this is almost the final step here, to create it somehow like this. So after using the iron, we still have this spot unsewn. Need to sew it together, and then we will make the final steps by joining both elements together, the inner bag and the bow inside this. Hand sew the middle of the bow to the stripe, defining the desired fold sizes. We did this by hands. No sewing machine here is needed. Next, sew the bow itself to the inner bag. It will be convenient to turn the top of the bow out and neatly make a hidden stitch on both sides. Let's see the final result, styled with different outfits. I'm super excited. I think the bow looks cool with the total black outfit and a beige monochromatic one, as well as with the recently knitted cardigan with a similar red shape. I am so happy, guys! If you liked it, please support me and like this video, leave a kind comment and be inspired. Thanks for watching. See you soon!